My body is a cage. My mind holds the key.
girl, you give me 10 ton of fatness, give me some of that. Mix with the badness, look how she at. Shape like goddess, but I'm not just that. It's a good piece of mentals under the cap. A piece of game, I'm love how you chat. Watching every step of the pepper, the way you got. Staying in my brain, memory not detached. Mainly my aim is to give it this love. Hypnotic the way you move. Let me acknowledge the way you do. Then I would not lie, baby. You beat me up like I did. It's how hypnotic the way you move. That's why I wanted to get to you. And I would not like a baby. You moves how hypnotic.
No lie.
Girl, you never meant to.
Feel your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy. Take control of me. It's the vibe.
My body is a cage. My mind holds the key.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome to Skills Open Volume 4 Pro Finals. We are here and we are live after much technical issues. Once again, we have to thank YoYoExpert, Andre and YoYoExpert for saving the day. For those who are not aware, mostly everyone, our amateur stream, which we just started at 5 p.m., got us blocked from streaming from YouTube. Completely. Because of the copyright issues. But we want you guys to use the music that you like. So, without further ado, we're here with the Skills Open Finals. Here with all of my great team. Definitely Colin and Zoff and Remy and Bergie and Colin. And we're just so hyped to be here.
I'm telling you.
And Patrick. Oh my god.
For the past hour, every single person has worked so hard to figure out how to make this happen for y'all.
We're just ecstatic to be here. We're ready to get started.
Just want to say a quick few notes here. The amateur stream right now is deleted off the Skills YouTube, but we did save it, so it'll be going back up at some point tomorrow. We'll try to address all the copyrighted songs and move from there. We'll also upload all the freestyles individually. As far as the Pro Finals is concerned, we've got 30 players. This time it is going to be 50 clicker, 50 evaluation. We have 6 eval categories, and we also have quite a few bonuses as well, as you saw in the amateur round. And so I think we're going to take a break halfway through the finals after about 15 people. Last but certainly not least, I want to give a shout out to Gentry Stein. Gentry really helped us out throughout this whole event, and right now he actually just dropped a Scales edition of the Shutter Trainer. The Shutter Trainer is a version of the shutter made at a lower grade of aluminum. It's great for practicing tricks, especially jump tricks that Gentry's a master at. And you can get that at gentrystein.com for $25. For every shutter that you guys purchase, Gentry is actually going to donate $5 to this stream. So support Gentry, support us so we can run even better online yo-yo contests in the future. Anyways, I'm stoked personally.
I'm stoked. I'm so excited. For those who are tuning in, welcome to the Skills stream. We're on Expert's channel, so maybe there's some new viewers. This is the finals of the Skills Open. There were 90 competitors in the prelim round, 30 of which made it to finals in a very vicious prelim round. So congrats to all our finalists before we even start.
Yeah, indeed.
And as we get started here, we're here in our cockpit. And up here is the sorted player order list, and once again, this will be sorted by the technical score. That is 50% of the total score. Our eval scores are hidden, and you will not find the final player ranking until the very end of the contest. So we'll see how people do in the technical portion as we go.
Thank you to Bailey Main for the $15 donation and Terry Orchard for the $7 and the Mexican Yo-Yo Association for 400 pesos.
Also,
it's amazing, guys. Thank you so much.
Shout out to Yo-Yo Travels Alex. He also donated $50 before we even had this contest, so that was also a huge help. Just so all the chat knows, I want to tell you guys about the bonuses we will be doing for this contest for the Pro Division. And with 1 point, we've got the Flawless bonus again. For 2 minutes, that's actually going to be 3 or less mistakes across the whole judge panel. So if the player does their routine with 3 or less mistakes across all 3 of the clicker judges, they'll get 1 bonus point. With 2 points, we've got the popular no hook bonus. We brought this one back. So if the player does their routine with if the player does their routine with no standard hook tricks, as you'll see in competition quite frequently, they will also get a bonus for not doing any hooks. With 3 points, we've got the Jumpman bonus. So that's if you do a trick where you jump over the yo-yo with both feet, you'll get 3 points. And with 4 points, we've got the 1 throw bonus, which means if you do your freestyle with 1 throw, no regens. And the yo-yo can't touch your hand at all when you're doing the regen, really. That'll be 4 points. So that's the big bonus.
Yes, and it's important to know that these bonus points will be calculated, added to your score after normalization. This can make a huge difference in the results, and we'll see how things fare. It'll be very interesting. We put a lot of hard work into making things interesting and creative, and we will hope to see some cool routines.
Also, quick shout out to
Eves.
Eves.
For $100 donation. I just saw that.
He got that rolling for us. Let's get it.
Yeah. We love you, Eves. Anyways, I'm stoked. We got 30 awesome freestyles today.
We're opening up.
My heart's racing. We haven't even started.
I know.
And the first one's a banger. We got Michael Kurti.
Indeed. Michael Kurti of Team Good Life Yo-Yos. He's using the Breeze.
Yes, A Block Gang, stand up. We're about to get started. Ready, everyone?
Right, ready.
Yeah.
Huh? We got London on the train. Look, you know I ain't never had okay. Now I'm somewhere in the meeting, get my ass kicked. No homo. By a white man, cause his daughter my ad lib. Uh-oh, I done dropped in a friend. I'm like my bad sis. My bad nigga. Act like he too good even for a bad. I'ma buy a Lambo before this album hit the fans. Tell the valet park my shit at the front. I'ma hit the gas. Let's go. I just did 5 shows, 3 days. Came back with that bag. Pockets on 45K in a 4-5, so I sag. If a fat know how to get some money, I the fat. Got a show coming up in London, ain't got London on the track. I give a fan a high five at the airport, she did a backflip. I just went platinum and I'm coming back like, huh? Okay. Looking for me? Huh? Okay. Looking for me? Here I go. Man, baby, that little nigga in there. She really selling. She act like she selling swimwear. A couple thousand to your name, act like $1 million. But I don't knock your hustle, get it out the mud. I've been there. Man, I'm so tired of talking about who broke like we ain't all come from the bottom. We came up, I give them hope. And way before it signed, I made a rhyme. I was providing for my side. No, I had them low and they had them high. You shot with me, you ain't got a lie. Not legit, huh? 50,000 just to walk through and do my 1-2 on your bitch, huh? And boost the wanna fuck with me. Now I got them all on my nah. Like lil' baby, 4 pockets all full, the money can't fit, nah. Man, I pull up Thailand. Huh? Okay. Looking for me? Huh? Okay. Looking for me?
Oh man, that was amazing.
It started off with something very hard to breathe already.
I know, it's so nice to see Kurti like hit a freestyle so clean. He usually does these tricks in freestyles and they're so hard, so it's hard to see him hit it like so perfectly in conjunction with each other. So nice to see a freestyle like this from him. What does the eval judges think? What do you guys think?
I don't know, I thought that voice there's not much to
awesome
say.
routine. I really like the music use actually.
Yeah.
That was one of the highlights for me. As well as some ridiculously risky tricks. Like, those got me blown away.
Yeah.
Thing is, there's just something about watching Kurti yo-yo that everyone enjoys.
Yeah. He definitely excels in terms of being able to create tech that scores well. I think the only thing that would be like lapsing in that freestyle is the like barrel roll turn hops. The first section of those don't score well, at least in my perspective. But otherwise, like almost everything is so strong.
Or usage of just under whips or those like rejection to hop GT things.
And he got the flawless bonus, and he also got the Jumpman bonus, right? So that's going to be 4 points.
Yep.
Can you sign in on that page?
You got to keep track on if they actually jump with 2 feet.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Watch it.
That was a clean jump, though.
That was a clean jump.
I got the scores.
You got the scores?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to?
Yep. It's up.
All right. So. Getting ourselves ready.
Yeah. Give me just a second here. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. I love Kurti.
How's the chat feeling about that one? Getting hype?
Oh, Jackie donated $5, right? That means 2 shutters are sold.
Dude,
hey.
Gentry's donating every time someone buys a shutter. People are buying shutters. It's a good night.
Yeah, so right now we got Michael Kurti in first. Next up, we've got Tyler Duffy. Tyler is actually on Team Yo-Yo Factory. He's being mentored by Gentry. Tyler's had, honestly, a really great year so far. Started out with making PNWR finals in a super stacked competition. Now he's in finals at Scales Open. Just seeing him improve so rapidly is really awesome. Yeah. And he will be using the shutter wide angle, it seems. Eval judges, are we ready?
Ready?
Ready, everyone?
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Okay. Let's get started.
I'm making it work. You doing too much, you making it worse. I'm hitting the road, I'm making the merch. When I get home, I make it to church. I'm overseas, acting like I'm back in the borough. Shouting I'm spending euros, I need dessert. I got the churro, I give them work. Like referral, I got the word, and that's eternal. I write the raps, I don't write a journal. Hey, let's have a conversation. I ain't the type to go talk crazy when they come around, act all gravy. That's just not how my mama raised me. Minor league, that's the operation. Moving, keeping it moving. What are we doing if we ain't moving? Keeping it moving. Like, what are we doing if we ain't moving? Keeping it groovy. Hey, just stepped off a plane. Never hopped in a range, I hopped in a Uber. Straight to the stage, but I stopped at a break. Big belly like Buddha. Metabolism flying down, but the bars ain't. Go hard, but the flow so blasé. From the east to the west, no Kanye. Crowd went nuts when I stepped in a bar. Ayy, hype when I rhyme, no class. Ayy, time of my life got hard. Prayed, quick things change, got me a ride. Switch them lanes, no art. Ayy, I got scarred face, but I told my wife, go get your passport. Living life like it's last day. Tell her waste man, don't get the strap. Cause I got loaded bars and I'm busting back. New York to London, we running the map.
So good. That was very impressive from Tylor there.
Yeah.
Great use of gyroflop for the horizontal. We're going to see quite a few people try to approach this contest from being able to do one throw plus being able to do horizontal. So it's a very interesting predicament to have.
Looks like we got a plus 10 bonus there too.
And we got our first plus 10 bonus of the night. All 10 points.
You really maxed out all of that.
That's going to be huge.
Yes.
Yeah, Tylor really did a great job at linking his tricks together in one throw. I do think maybe things he could work on in the context of this competition is that his tricks aren't that complex. A lot of his elements were pretty clear to see movements that were very easy to score, but maybe in the complexity category things weren't too good. He did have some pretty risky tricks, I would say, as far as like the Eli hop jump is concerned. I think that's a really good highlight. I think it'll be interesting to see how players handle that jump trick in their freestyle because it could waste a bit of time. Depending how you do it, but it was nice because Tylor did like an actual yo-yo element while he was jumping,
doing the jumping,
which scored. So that was very solid.
Yeah, really good point. And the other thing that I'm also interested to see is like the impact of getting that plus 10 bonus. Like that's obviously going to be huge in this competition, and it's awesome to see players already going for all plus 10.
I'd also point out that I thought he did a really, really good job of zoning.
I think so too.
A lot over the head, a lot under the leg. Really good to see.
I think if there's one thing I would comment is like if you're doing difficult tricks on stage with string that's so short, it gives you a lot more room to mess up or have difficulties with slack movement. So maybe like adjust the string a little bit longer, it will look a little bit more clear. But other than that, good job. Yeah,
there's definitely a sense of like strategy or like specifically at the go button.
Yeah. Also, a quick shout out to Gentry for another $5 donation. Thanks to Corbin Warren for buying a scales jump and shutter.
Hey,
so awesome.
Scale shutters in the chat. All right.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Justin Dauer, Team Duncan Next Gen. He's using the Haymaker X.
Okay, ready, everyone?
Yep.
Great ending there. Very clean routine and like just so efficient in terms of tricks.
Yeah, so I think he got the flawless and the no hook bonuses. He did not do the jumper one throw, but overall really solid. Similarly to Volume 3, I think Justin did a really good job at doing a lot of tricks in a clear to see manner. It seems like he's definitely improving in zoning too, as he did some horizontal, some arm hops and behind the back as well.
He's getting so much more comfortable in doing his tricks as well. You can see that.
Yeah, he does sacrifice performance in the sake of getting things really clean, and we'll see how that plays out in the results.
Totally.
Yeah, I think Justin really improved when it came to the evals this time around. He kept like sort of his same tricks that he likes to do and sort of added some new ones as well, but definitely like stepped it up in the eval categories this time. So nice job.
I noticed that as well. I felt the same way.
All right. Just want to give a quick shout out to Not Creators for donating $50. We appreciate you as well.
So much.
Meow. Okay.
All right.
Eval judges, we good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, we got Jakub Dolejs of Team Duncan using the Grasshopper.
Okay. Ready, bro? Wow, that was crazy.
He went so hard.
Yeah.
Amazing musicality.
Yeah.
I think that's like easily the strong suit of that routine. I mean, along with the amazing musicality, he did a lot of elements as well that were super clear to score. Seems like he's probably going to be a contender for first place for Clicker, I would guess, so far. Yeah, it seems like Jakub is now in first for Clicker. After that,
Jakub really is the master of the 1 second per beat thing. Like, he just picked a whole song that had a 30-second segment of that and was like, tuk, tuk, tuk.
So he did miss the flawless bonus barely. He didn't do no hook either, but he did do jump, and he did not do one throw. So he got 3 bonus points. Still a lot of bonus points.
Still very good, and very ambitious of a freestyle for him, and it's really cool to be able to see him pull it off.
Any critique?
Yeah, I think the only place where this freestyle was kind of lacking was maybe in complexity. I think that all of your elements were like super clear and like cool in that way, but yeah, not as complex as some others. But yeah, again, really awesome musicality in that one too. So nice job.
Yeah, we're gonna see a trend for. It's gonna be interesting. This contest is a balance for zoning and complexity, and we'll see how people approach that.
And also removing the whole no hook thing. Like, I'm curious to see what people replace those typical type of tricks with something that they have. All right, we go to the next one. Devin
Next
Jones.
up, we've got Devin Jones.
Okay, ready? Wow.
Man, amazing freestyle. Just barely missed the flawless bonus, but he did get the no hook bonus, the jump bonus, and the one throw bonus. That's 9 bonus points right there. That's huge.
And also to mention that he's the first one to do a jump trick continuing into another trick.
Yeah, in the middle of a tech mount.
In the middle of a tech mount. So that was quite impressive. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how people approach the jump tricks as we go throughout the freestyle. Anyway, very strong freestyle like in terms of tricks. Devin has been improving so much. This is like insane for him. Just went for the craziest stuff and hit it. There were some things that I wish he like spent more time to film because he just missed some things that he could have hit if he like went a little slower or something. But.
Yeah, I actually think Devin he has a really good blend of like zoning complexity, like a lot of these tech evals, because he does some tricks that are pretty complex, but he also has a lot of big tricks too, as you saw in that freestyle.
Yeah, he had a perfect balance. I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, this routine was like just epic from like an eval standpoint. Just like really, really well-rounded player, and Devin, and like some of the best zoning I think you'll see. So.
Yeah, the music use was a little bit weak. I think that was the biggest place that he could improve.
Yeah, I definitely think this felt like a really well-rounded freestyle that took into account all of the eval categories, and I think that will probably benefit him once the evals come in.
It really seemed like he was adding a lot of newer movements that he wasn't completely used to, but I really liked the fact that he was pushing his own boundaries.
He's going for it.
Yeah, he's really just going for it, so I did respect that.
Absolutely. Without further ado, are we ready for our next player?
Yeah.
All right.
So much heat going on.
I know.
It's like, keep up.
Next up, we've got Kris Toledo, Team Duncan. He's using the Orbital GTX.
Okay, ready, everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, seems stoked that you hit that. Yeah, that was
bonus
sick.
for sure.
You got a
nothing
minus
less.
zero,
Yeah.
minus zero freestyle. So you got the flawless, no hook, but I don't think he did a jumper one throw as well. So very solid. That's 3 bonus points. Excellent freestyle as always from Mr. Clean Kris Toledo.
Yep.
It seems like he's really improving in like things like zoning and musicality, especially.
It's interesting for him to go for a double front style this freestyle and not opt for the one throw.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I feel like a double front style would definitely suit one throw type of.
But looking at his reaction at the end, he was just very happy to land that freestyle.
So that was very impressive.
It almost seems like. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Duff.
No, I was just trying to say that like all the players seems to be pushing their limits to put out their best this round. So
yeah.
Ooh, and we're not even halfway yet.
I know. It's weird because you never
1/6 through the freestyle.
I know, it's crazy. I'm so excited.
It's hard clicking freestyles are so perfect. You've never seen this stuff before. You're like,
for real.
just shook constantly and you have to click perfectly.
I know. Are you ready to move on to our next player?
Yep.
Sweet.
Just about it.
Next up, we've got Hayden Brickman.
Okay. Ready, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking about that, Colin?
Oh, man. I mean, clearly, really good freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Let me update these scores. They're up. Okay, cool. Yeah, Hayden is such a fast player. I think we kind of touched on this in the prelim round yesterday, too. But I think he's really unique because he is able to do a lot of common elements pretty quickly, as are a lot of other players, but he throws his own twist on a lot of the things that he does.
Yeah.
So he clearly pretty easily stands out because of that.
Yeah, I feel like at this point he's just so good at his own tricks and just control of the yo-yo and having his own style that I feel like at this point he's hitting like a plateau, almost like I feel like he should just like kind of expand his scope to harder tricks, not just common harder tricks, but like tricks that he finds interesting or harder. It's like time for growth. He's just like so perfect where he is now. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's like really great points. But another thing that I'd like to sort of just compliment is I think Hayden did a really good job of like reading the rules and like understanding like kind of what each category meant.
Yes.
And really working to like include tricks that sort of speak to each category within his routine. For that reason, I thought it was super well balanced. So yeah.
Quick shout out to SF Yo-Yos for the $200 donation. Why sponsor when you can chase YouTube comment clout instead? You couldn't be more correct, honestly.
That's true. Okay, thank you, SF. We really appreciate that.
Yes, thank you, the gods from SF.
Yeah, man.
Jensen and Charles. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And during the Hayden freestyle, too.
Yeah, Hayden got a flawless and no hook bonus from that, I believe. Pretty good. 3 bonus points. Let's keep it moving. Next up, we have got WoW6.
Oh.
Yes.
This is WoW6's first time in the finals of the yo-yo contest.
Yes,
so it's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, there's a lot of hype building around him. He wasn't able to make finals from last contest, but he's made it here for his first finals ever.
Yep.
We're very excited. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
A creative expression in the message for you and me, but now I see the community is lost, attracting crowds like puppets by letting them pay unlimited costs. I'm living and ready to die for what I believe in. The purpose supported and the goals we're achieving. So I walk around with a trash can, cause there's a lot of garbage around to dump nowadays, man.
I push lyrics through my spirit and distribute to thousands, to the hood, suburbs, and the public housing. Anybody with a boombox, who cops hip-hop, try to keep it crisp, hot, burning and scorching, enforcing laws and the rules of the game. Change darkness to light, fight who remains. Are the people on the rise that'll die for this? You can't kill what is real, I survive and
stop the rigor mortis from setting within our culture so we can stop the letting of us falling off the axis and accident, putting price tag on your talent so we can sample and vacillate the masses. Your asses subjected to pay them taxes, creating optics for your glasses. The focus on the object of their motives. You're floating face down in the river of the industry's bayou. Employ choice to decide. I'd rather be giving you the benefit of the doubt. For matter if you stay silly for the movement and making moves matter. So the idea of utopia matters to reality's problem. I'm facing dreams, cause I had a thing for reaching out to bring humility, a gift to human flaws. To resurrect the reason why these.
Cause it's the movement, we use it to build the culture. And before we die, gotta kill these voices, cause they circle and wait for the art to die. But we can't save it if we don't start to try. Cause it's the movement, we use it to build the culture. And before we die, gotta kill these vultures, cause they circle and wait for the art to die. But we can't save shit if we don't start to try.
Alright, how are we thinking about that one?
Really awesome freestyle overall,
Yeah.
I think. Honestly, I'm really happy to see WoW6 show off his really cool tech tricks like he did in that freestyle.
Yeah.
Like, the first minute, I think, was full of really, really unique and very complex technical tricks. As the freestyle progressed, he also did his amazing horizontal combo. Overall, I really liked that. He got the jump bonus. I think that's all he got. That's just 3-point bonus. Still very good.
It's interesting to see for someone like him to have such a unique trick set, still have some repeated elements throughout the freestyle. That's just something that you have to keep out for, namely like the roll over Asian pops where you shoot it forward off your other hand.
But I think for
small
a first
things like
ever
that,
final,
but like for a first ever final, such a strong showing and so much potential, of course, from the guy WoW6.
Totally.
Good job, Ahmad.
Super awesome. Eval judges, are we good?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that was like an especially good from the last contest too.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was really able to put his own spin on everything.
Yes.
I'm glad to see it.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, we've got Paul Kerbel, Team Yo-Yo Factory. He's using the Horizon prototype.
Okay, are we ready, bro?
Ooh.
such a strong horizontal combo from Paul
So
Kerbel.
good.
So good.
Paul is an amazing player for a contest format like this because his tricks are... First off, I feel like he's always doing, like, new tricks when I watch him.
Yeah, it's so surprising.
He adapts.
But, like, he always has, like, a new trick set or something, but his tricks...
He'll always be making something new.
Yeah, his tricks are not only great for zoning, because he's clearly using so many different parts of his body, but also just so rare too, because nobody really does tricks like that.
Yeah.
Especially to the degree where he's incorporating body elements like just for show. Like he'll do tricks where like he'll bounce the slack off his arm or his leg or something like that. That just adds a lot of value to zoning. It's just really, really cool.
And to add, like doing those type of tricks coinciding with tech could boost your scores up because they're valuable in a tech standpoint and in an eval standpoint as well.
Yeah.
He has a very unique horizontal.
So he got flawless bonus for sure. He got jump bonus. Did he do no
bonus.
hook? I don't think I saw him do any hooks.
I don't think I saw him
I don't
do
think
any
so
hooks.
either.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Eval judges?
Yeah, I can't remember a hook.
6 bonus points it is for
Verified.
Paul Kerbel.
Yeah, really awesome. Like, another super well-rounded freestyle. Like, when I saw that Paul had signed up, I was, like, just so excited to see what he would do for Scales Open, because I think, he fits this kind of format really well.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And Paul is right now in first place in tech.
Interesting.
Wow. I have to say, I think it was cool how he definitely went for some of those other categories, like complexity. You can tell he was doing some pretty densely mounted tricks, as well as obviously some very risky tricks.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have...
Yep. Next up, we've got Adrian Velez. Let's go.
Okay, ready?
Himalaya, 눈더미 같이 쌓인 일들은 Himalaya. 난 얼마나 더 많이 더위를 해요. 사람들은 잊지 않을까 내 이름 세 글자를. 덕분에 우린 하루 두 번의 아침 해를 번을. 다 집어쳐 오늘 밤 we party. 난 다 밀었어 오랜만에 we mobbing. 계획을 바꿀래 갑자기. Yeah, bottles popping. 내 새로운 노래가 rocking. On the speaker, 사진 찍고 싶어. Yeah, just take a picture. Yeah, 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 yeah. Feeling all this liquor, drinking all this liquor. Yeah, 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 yeah. 한 방울 방울 방울도 남기지 말고. 오늘 밤을 넌 아끼지 마. 너가 데려온 친구들 전부 세워놓고 그 음악 볼륨을 키워도 천장을 뚫어버릴 정도로. 술잔을 들어 in the air. 음악을 크게 틀어 in the air. Tonight we ain't got limit baby. 내일 내가 살아있을지도 iffy. Yeah, iffy, yeah, yeah. Iffy, yeah. Iffy, yeah, yeah. Iffy, yeah. Iffy, yeah, yeah. Iffy, yeah. Iffy, yeah, yeah. Poppin' tags for the night, yeah. Meet up extra early, get it started, yeah. 올 거면 미리 내게 말을 해. I don't recognize your friend's face. 소개시켜줘 나랑 놀게. 원하면 함께 chillin'. They 오는 back present tonight. Yeah, I'm finna represent, we hire.
Very nice and clean execution throughout the freestyle.
He did a lot of really good tech tricks too. I think he also did a really good job at like embedding zones into the tricks he was doing. I noticed he did like a lot of arm elements specifically. Also some behind the back stuff too. Overall, really good.
Yeah, great pacing and like just very clean overall in terms of a performance.
Yeah, I think
it's really
he
nice
got
to see.
Flawless and I believe no hook too. Pretty sure. So that's 3 bonus points.
Eval judges, anything to add on?
I think he had the whole package. I think he kind of had the whole package there. He really hit all of the points in evals. A lot of more complex tricks near the start. A lot of risky, bigger tricks, especially with the grinds.
Yeah, and I thought his musicality was definitely pretty solid as well.
I agree.
It was a very even performance, like a very...
I think so too.
Small amount of flaws in terms of
construction and everything.
Next up, we've got Ryan Kim of Team Yo-Yo Factor. He's using the bind.
Mm-hmm. Ready, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Pretty epic, honestly.
Yeah, pretty epic.
Okay, that was a cool jump trick.
Yeah, very cool jump trick. A little bit shy of the flawless bonus there.
Yeah, so he did not get the flawless bonus, but I do believe he got the no hook, jump, and one throw. Mm-hmm. So, still 9 bonus points. Very good.
My heart goes out to all those -4s out there.
Yeah.
I know. The land of -4. Yeah, very solid freestyle. I did notice that there were notable amount of repeat elements, trapeze and bro hop, as well as the triangle like underneath slack reveal thing.
But I see what you're doing, Kimmy. You're really trying to like maximize and make your freestyle more entertaining and efficient.
Yeah.
But there are other tricks that you can sub out to transition or either like combo into something else, as opposed to doing those like trapeze things.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this contest is there's so many different aspects that you have to be good at. Obviously, you can't be good at all of them on purpose.
Of course, yeah.
Exactly. So it's interesting to see people like him trying to diversify and try different things out in terms of the contest.
Yeah, maybe one point of criticism, and I think we say this to like a lot of players, maybe we said it to you before in the past, but I think your string is just like a tiny bit too long.
Good point.
For some of those tricks. It made it look a little bit uncomfortable doing like specifically your front style combo.
Yeah, definitely. Are we all good to move on to the next player?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Martin Koprna.
Okay, ready everyone?
Bet.
You gonna need a vocal in, right? Cheer. Wanna act loco, hit him up, numerous shots with a fofo. Everyone wanna took a po-po, smoke him like cocoa. Oh, grab coke by the boatload. Off that on the run by gun high when I close. That pole do some got closed. Have your issue, clock with the full clip. Better duck when the full spit. One shot can make a nigga do a full flip. Chicken in like a shot when the full hit. Hey, my high you, no niggas wanna buy you. To see me, I wanna fuck for free. Like I got Nelly. Chickens ride, make you feel it inside your belly. If it's tight, get the KY jelly. All night, get you wide up beside the telly. Side to side, you can say, Jay-Z, you're too much for me. I am a little bit of loneliness, a little bit of disregard. Handful of complaints, but I can't help the fact that everyone can see these scars. I am what I want you to want, what I want you to feel. And it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real. So I let go, watching you turn your back like you always do. Face away and pretend that I'm not. I'll be here cause you're all that I got.
Wow, that was crazy.
Pretty sick.
Coming in, yeah. It's really nice to see Joe Black. He's like a player that has had trouble doing like going clean in contests in the past. So it's really nice to see him in this format where he can shine. He's like so good, and his tricks are so hard.
Absolutely. I think he locked down the no hook and jump bonuses for this freestyle, if I'm not mistaken. That should be 5 bonus points there. I think similarly to Joe's prelim, he actually did shake it up in terms of the trick diversity a bit for this freestyle and doing some horizontal and behind the back stuff. I do think one thing he could work on is the complexity department, though. I think a lot of his tricks are very like close knit, but he does a lot of like clear to see elements that aren't super dense or complex. So I think that may be like a detriment for the complexity regard. But overall, really good. Yeah,
and great song choice as well. There's also like he garnered quite a bit of negatives towards the end.
Yeah, I thought the ending was a little shaky compared to the first part.
Which might be a case of filming. Like the freestyle is very hard to film, but yeah, I mean obviously if you had more time, it'd be cool to see that completely 100% clean. -4 gang.
So close.
Is such a vibe.
Pray for the -4.
Yeah, pray for the -4.
Pretty awesome.
I think it's pray for the -3.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that's true too.
Could be.
Very true. Are you ready to move on to our next player?
I am.
Next up, we've got Terrance Wang using the unparalleled flashback.
Okay, ready to go?
Yep.
What a crazy start of that freestyle.
Unbelievable.
So dynamic.
Yeah, very dynamic. So ambitious from his part. And of course he
just barely
missed. I'm looking at the negatives now.
So close.
Barely missed the flawless bonus. -4 gang in the chat once again. What's up?
Yeah, throw him an F in the chat.
Yeah.
He did do some hooks, but I think we did see a jump and a 1 throw from him. So that's going to be 7 bonus points, which is still a lot. He did the 2 harder bonuses.
Yeah, and he had some of the most difficult,
ambitious
sequences of tricks that I've seen in a minute.
And I also think an underrated aspect of his freestyle was his transitioning in and out of horizontal. I was a bit skeptical at first. Like, a few of his transitions were actually questionable when I was watching them. Like, the Eli hop to the horizontal behind the back, it just seemed kind of out of place. But he was able to really connect to that and, like, spinning around and going back to normal plane really well.
Mm-hmm.
Super impressive.
Yeah.
He really took a lot of influence from, like, Gentry, Evan, and Connor.
Yeah.
And just took all their best double elements and put it in a freestyle.
It definitely kind of felt like an ode to Connor's V2.
I felt that too.
I felt that. All right.
Yeah, oh man, some of the riskiest tricks you'll see too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense when you see these like extremely hard freestyles that people start to have negatives towards the ends because they're like, okay, screw it.
I can't. Yeah,
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, probably some of the best zoning I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, he was all over.
I'd agree with that.
100%.
Yeah, I do think with that being said, he was probably lacking a bit in the complexity department, but I think that's something we'll see a lot. It's like some players will either have really good zoning or really good complexity. So it's all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's keep it moving. Next up, we have got Jakub Plader, member of Team Duncan. He's using the Grasshopper GTX.
Let's go.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet shit.
Minus zero? Minus zero!
Oh my god!
Oh, man.
Y'all don't even know that was.
Oh my god! What? It was getting crazy because I was staring. I had to like look closer and closer at the
I
screen.
wish that I ever was.
The chat is popping up.
Oh my god, guys!
My eyes were like 1 inch away from the screen. I was
Like,
like,
I couldn't look any closer than that for sure.
Yeah, so what do we think about that jump? Does that...
I think it counts for sure.
What?
He did one.
It's a
He
jump.
It
stepped.
was like one step after
Yeah,
another.
he stepped.
Oh, was
He
it?
didn't.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't,
thought it was like a double, like a gallop.
like a peek.
The rule,
Like
the
a-
rule is 2 feet off the ground at once.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I
does
think
that
he-
2
count?
feet off the
I think it was a
ground at one
gallop.
point during that jump.
I think that might be something we'll have to review after.
After.
But as
So the jump will be reviewed. However, he did get the flawless the no hook
bonus.
in the one throw. So that's still
Oh my.
seven bonus points at least, maybe 10. To be determined.
So yeah, Plader very much stepping up this contest. Once again, in previous contests, we said he had the issue with these tricks, and that like he had to spend a lot of time setting them up, and he really just solved that and blew us away in this freestyle. So amazing from Jakub Plader.
I think from an eval perspective, this is a kind of interesting one because he's really, really strong in some categories like rareness and risk and complexity, but in others like variance and zoning, he doesn't do quite as good. So, going to be interesting to see how that pans out.
Yeah, probably my biggest critique of this freestyle is that I felt like there were a lot of like very similar elements, and that I definitely think will sort of hurt his variance score. But like, oh my gosh, what an insane freestyle!
So good. Okay.
So 15?
Yeah, so, next up, we've got Aidan Cioch using the Unparalleled flashback. Aidan's a member of Team Unparalleled as well. Just a quick note, after this freestyle, we're going to take a quick 5-10 minute break, probably closer to 10 minutes, and take a break and then get back to B block of the Pro Finals.
B block, stand up.
We're almost halfway through the Pro Finals. We're going to do this Aidan freestyle and then take a quick break. Let's go.
All right, ready, everyone?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Wow, amazing. Once again, Aidan, one of those players that has such difficult tricks and is so hard to, like, yeah, it's so hard to see him do well.
As much as for the -4, dude.
-4s in the chat.
It's so
that
close.
Was extreme complexity.
Yeah.
Yeah, what in the world?
What?
Yeah, it's really nice to see him be
Complexity,
able to compete
rareness.
in a contest like this and do well.
Yeah.
And be able to see these tricks that are so hard, like the hardest tricks I've ever seen.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I think where he really excels, that's underrated, is he's able to do tech elements that score in between all these crazy slacks.
Yeah.
And it's very subtle, but if you're watching for it, he does
It's
score very well. It's just the tricks are very hard to do. It's good to see him.
To do slack tricks within mounts is hard itself, like in itself, and he just does it so well.
Absolutely.
Hey, shout out to another gen.
Dang, man. Underrated eval category for Aidan is Risk. Oh my god.
Yes, big
Like,
facts.
Those tricks are so risky.
Yeah.
Like, if he misses even one part of that, the whole trick is just ruined. So, like, oh my gosh, huge props to him.
Yeah,
for that.
and I think with that being said, like, I think there is a misconception that Risk primarily correlates to people doing big tricks. But as Patrick said, like, there is tech that is very risky, and I think those Aidan tricks are pretty much the epitome of that. Like, just so many, like, tough confined elements. If he misses one thing, like, the whole mountain is just screwed. So.
Also, happy birthday.
Yeah. Oh, and also happy birthday,
Aidan.
Happy birthday to Aidan.
Yeah.
Can we get a happy birthday in the chat?
Oh,
Yeah,
big,
I think we got some
big
already,
happy
but-
birthdays for Aidan here.
Even more. Make them all say happy birthday.
Also, shout out Gentry for another $5 from Mr. Clean.
So
Yeah.
a quick break.
Yep,
Yes.
we're going to take a quick 10-minute
Chicken.
break. We will be back at roughly 9:14 EDT.
All right, see you in a minute.
baby girl, you give me 10 ton of fatness, give me some of that. Thinks with the badness, look how she at. Shape like a death, but I'm not just that. It's a good piece of mentals under the cap. A piece of game, I'm love how you chat. Watching every step of the paper, the way you got. Staying in my brain, memory not detached. Mainly my aim is to give it this love. Hypnotic the way you move. Let me acknowledge the way you do. Then I would not lie, baby. You beat me up like Gotti. It's how hypnotic the way you move. That's why I wanted to get to you. And I would not like a baby. You moves how hypnotic.
No lie.
Girl, you never meant to.
Feel your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy. Take control of me. Get the vibe. It's gonna be lit tonight.
Girl, you never
No
meant
lie. Hypnotized. Pull another one. It's alright. I know what you want. It's the vibe. It's gonna be lit tonight.
Girl, we never
No
meant. Girl, we never meant.
lie.
Seems how we do it.
No lie.
So we see it do it.
No lie.
Seems how we do it.
It's gonna be lit tonight.
The bang,
No
bang, bang.
lie.
Seems how we do it.
No lie.
So we see it do it.
No lie.
Seems how we do it.
It's gonna be lit tonight.
The bang, bang, bang. I'm so late, my girl. So let me say you roll it, my girl. You love it when you bend and roll it. Now let me bone it and let me own it, my girl. Give you all the style that I have mastered. I say walk baby girl, that's my word. Give it the good loving that is preferred. You deserve it, so don't be scared. It's hypnotic the way you move. Let me acknowledge the way you do. Then I would not lie, baby. You beat me up like Gotti. It's how hypnotic the way you move. It's why I wanted to get to you. And I would not like a baby. You moves how hypnotic.
No
Girl, you never
lie.
meant to.
Feel your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy. Take control of me. Get the vibe. It's gonna be lit tonight.
Girl, you never
No
meant.
lie. Hypnotized. Pull another one. It's alright. I know what you want. It's the vibe. It's gonna be lit tonight.
Girl, we never
No
meant. Girl, we never meant.
lie.
Seems how we do it.
No lie.
So we see it do it.
No lie.
Seems how we do it.
It's gonna be lit tonight.
The bang,
No
bang, bang.
lie.
Seems how we do it.
No lie.
So we see it do it.
No lie.
Seems how we do it.
It's gonna be lit tonight.
The bang, bang, bang. Shake that body, let me see you just do it. Get 100%. Shake that body, let me see you just do it to the fullest extent. Move that body, let me see you just do it. Girl, you're magnificent.
No lie. Feel your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy. Take control of me. Get the vibe. It's like go dance. I hear me coming through your speakers. I see me mashing up your airways. I know you can't get enough of my sound. It's like go dance. I hear me coming through your speakers. I see me blocking up your airways. I know you can't get enough of my sound. There's no place I had to stop the fight. I'm gonna get it. All is running from it, baby. You're gonna regret it. I can understand why you get free yourself and let it go, 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 go. Got you in my palm, now listen, would you can't escape it. Bring you to my world and hold you, see if you can take it. Won't you be afraid? I
till the liquor drips off the walls. I'm off the wall. I party till they flick the switch off. Mr. Asia wristwatch that properly front me on this ride till it stops. So try going on guys if you like. Spin a guy around like hands on the mic. Who's gonna get dark? Pick up right about back to the right. Original gangster, I mash up the scene. We tell a song why never ran for weed. When I was a little rude boy, I would blaze the green. Then bad man said that me eye them look like a laser beam. Original gangster, I mash up the scene. We tell a song why never ran for weed. When I was a little rude boy, I would blaze the green. Then bad man said that me eye them look like a laser beam.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome
We're
back.
Everyone's good to go. Hello. So we're back with the B block of the Skills Open. We during the break reviewed some of the footage regarding some of the discrepancies in judging. For one, Plader will be getting the jump bonus.
Yes.
It is like a gallop of some sort, and there are no other discrepancies. So it is what it is, and the results are how they are now. Getting back into it, shout out B Block. We're about to get started.
Indeed. So up, competitor number 16, we've got Isaac Viteri. He is using the Unparalleled Recognition.
Let's go.
Is everyone ready to go?
Yep.
Okay, let's get started.
Good to go.
I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song,
Impeccable style from Isaac. This is the first one I've seen him really like grow into his own
I was
style.
about to
and
say the
have,
same thing.
like such swag.
I know, in V3, I think Isaac had an excellent 1 minute, but his 2 minute maybe wasn't like fully scaled out in comparison to that 1 minute. But for V4, Isaac has really, really developed a style. And he did 2 minutes of mostly really, really unique and visually appealing tech tricks. I think what's really nice about Isaac's tricks is that his control is super clean and top tier, really. But he also incorporates a lot of zones. The yo-yo is moving around, behind his arms a lot, which really makes the tricks just seem a lot bigger and a lot cooler to watch, in my opinion. That was really good.
So much more dynamic versus his last Opens freestyle.
I agree. So he, I don't think he got any bonuses with that one, unfortunately.
No.
But overall, just super sick routine. Eval judges, do you have any advice?
Yeah, really solid overall. Maybe one thing that I think that you could improve a little bit on is maybe just stepping up your variance a tiny bit. I think that you've really developed your own style, these like sort of flowy, slack tech tricks. I think it'd be cool to see you sort of branch out a little bit more and try some different types of tricks as well. But yeah, overall, super solid.
I'd also maybe recommend choosing a different song. It felt like the song didn't quite fit the yo-yoing, and maybe with a different song, you could boost your musicality score a little bit.
I thought that too. Overall, just super good.
Super good, yeah.
Next up, we've got Kacper Palatynski, Team Yo-Yo Factory. He's using the Flame, which is his new signature yo-yo prototype.
All the way from Poland.
Ready,
Let's
everyone?
go.
They know how I'm coming, we're in the flesh. With a she gon' check. She be talking that shit talking out of her neck. Put blood on her dress. Be mad when they see Cardi step in the spot. Said that you bought it, we know that you not. I'ma pull up as soon as I drop. Bought a new Ford, now Micah Wingell. Bitch, in my business, they tryna plot.
Popping shit like they hot, but they not. Just flirting the wrist, the paddock, the watch. We flexing, we know what you got. Cardi the heck at the game in the knot. Look at your I got him online, just go bang, bang like I'm chopping them chops. VVS chain, I'm in love with the rocks. You say you gon' take it, you got me chopped. They throwing shit cause they see me on top to that. Super love, I'ma send you the drop. Super love, I'ma send you the drop. Press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. Kill them all, put them to rest. Walk in bulletproof vest. Please tell me who she gon' check. Murder scene, Cardi made a mess. Pop up, guess who? Pop up, guess who? Ding dong. Must be that whip that I ordered. And a new crib for my daughter. You know a bad gon' spoil her God when the New York need one in Georgia. New Bentley truck is a quarter. My money still long like weed. Still wet like Florida. Everyone drop on the floor. She was talking, but not anymore. Next to your face, I contour. Just shop like a strip from the York. Done with the talking, I'm open to violence. Ask anybody, they know I'm about it. Hashtag whip that. Around, we gon' start a new challenge. I come in this and I'm strapped up and ready. Right on that like I'm Cardi and Andretti. Get your crib, we don't go to no telly. I sit on his face whenever I'm ready. I'm a freak like Greek. Got the biggest house on my street. Oh, you little, look cheap on my street. Oh, you little, look cheap. Press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. Kill them all, put them to rest. Walk in bulletproof vest. Please tell me who she gon' check. Murder scene, Cardi made a mess. Pop up, guess who? Pop up, guess who?
Very clean and
what
cool
a dope
freestyle.
Yeah.
One throw.
Casper killed that in my opinion.
He really did kill that.
Did.
Super good.
And he went about the one throw in a very good way.
I think so
He
too.
did.
Yeah.
So with that being said, he had a -0 freestyle, clearly flawless. I don't think he did any hooks.
No.
He definitely
Only
did
the
a jump,
variations, yeah.
and he got the 1 throw, so that's another 10 bonus points. Poon putting on with the 10 bonus points. From
Yeah.
both
Wow.
players.
Full
Pretty
10.
dope.
Full 10.
Wow,
That was-
that was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I feel like Kacper really came out of his shell with that
I think
one,
so too.
honestly.
Casper's
Yeah.
now in first place for text too.
Wow. I mean,
And-
he had a -0 and he just
Yeah.
went off.
Yeah, he
It
really
was,
played the
Yeah.
contest super smart.
Yeah.
Like, musicality was on point. He choreographed it according to how the freestyle was meant to be. 1 throw, do the cues as well.
Mhm. He's really improved a lot since
Yeah. I think
so, too.
since EYOIC.
Wow.
Easily, yeah, without a question. Amazing
Yeah.
competitor.
And man, watching that made me kind of wish there was a precision category. 'Cause
Yeah,
it
he
just
was
felt like
easily
he
the
had
most
such
precise.
control over his yo-yo, honestly.
That's another thing I need to mention as a tech judge. If you're a speed player and you emphasize your movements so clearly, it makes it very easy to judge.
Mhm.
Like, that's how you don't lose out on tech scores being a speed player.
Yeah.
So good, honestly.
So good. Damn.
The only critique I'd really say is that it wasn't very complex, but he checked
He made
pretty
it
much
work.
all the
All the
Yeah,
other
he made
boxes.
it
Not
work.
much rareness either, but outside of that, pretty risky considering he did a 1 throw. You know, he had like pretty risky
Yeah.
tricks like the finger spin. You know, overall, just the whole construction of the routine was really, really good.
Love it.
The only thing I could actually possibly say is that he does spend quite a bit of time to ensure the 1 throw.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe if he had longer throws or like, there's a lot of ways to go about that.
Mhm.
But he did spend a few times like trying to readjust his yo-yo so he's in the right place.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to land
I-
a 1 throw like that for a freestyle like this.
It's very
not
difficult.
easy.
And that's why he has a full 10
yeah,
extra
full
points.
10.
Yeah. So
Alright.
good. Without further ado, our next competitor, we've got Ahmad Kharisma.
Ahmad Kharisma.
Okay, alright, everyone.
Mhm.
Kesampingkan di sana.
So fast and so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barely got the flawless bonus. All three judges had him at -3 negative. So
does it mean he got it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
He got it.
Yeah.
So he got the flawless bonus. I believe he got no hook, jump, and one throw too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was that all four?
Did he have one throw?
Right?
Wait,
one throw?
after the hop, was it a binder?
It was
okay,
it
was a regen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a one throw for sure.
Good job.
So 10 bonus points right there. I think Ahmad did a really good job at showing off like his variance. That in conjunction with how complex of a player he is. And just his tricks are so rare too, especially the super dense.
He went notably faster this contest and like really packed a lot of things in, way more so than in previous skills opens.
It's almost like every single transition and dismount was a clickable something.
Yeah, he was going fast.
So efficient.
And he's now second in tech, I believe.
There you go.
So,
very impressive.
Doing very well.
The visibility of the screen was a little low.
Yeah, I think it's
I think he just didn't have enough space in his room or something.
There was one point in the under the leg check I like didn't award points because you just can't
couldn't
see what he's doing. But otherwise, I mean, this is small.
Oh my!
Relatively small.
Amazing to watch.
Super good.
What do you guys think?
It's awesome to see Ahmad sort of like come back to like the scales stage and like continue to kill it. I mean, after he like won AP like a couple times. It feels like a while ago, but it's awesome to see that he's like, still kicking and still doing like really original tricks. Even
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah. Strong freestyle.
I loved that.
Hard to hate. It's like so
Yeah,
good.
Definitely
easily.
can't. It's just so good.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
If I had to like give some criticism on it, I'd say really just the musicality.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't really feel like there were a lot of cues, but honestly, other than that, I feel like he hit all the marks.
Someone in the chat said, so happy tech can reach plus 100. Ahmad is just a really great example.
That was Ahmad himself.
Oh. Yeah, but hey, you're a really good example
You're amazing.
Having tech elements that score well. Even non-slack tech elements that score well.
Yeah, totally. Super good.
A tech pioneer.
Without further ado, let's keep going. Next up, we've got Alex Salchert. He's using the Edge by Yo-Yo Factory.
Okay, ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Great freestyle from Alex.
Love to see it. Just barely missed the flawless bonus, unfortunately. But with that being said, I believe he also got the no hook, and he got the one throw too. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be 6 bonus points. Still very good. I think Alex has improved so much since the last contest. It's really good to see him make finals. I think that he has a really solid trick set from a scoring perspective. In order to improve down the line, I think you should consider trying to branch out do more creative tricks. I think the stuff he was doing near the end, the more technical tricks, is like a pretty good direction he should consider going in more. Helps add rareness and complexity to his trick set. But overall, super solid showing.
No, Alex is definitely feels like the breakout player of this contest. Like he just came out of nowhere and really surprised us. Yeah, such a good freestyle. I feel like at this point it's just in terms of like
just adding more tricks, just adding more density.
Cleaning up, you're on the right path, but like it's just his freestyle is so strong as it is. It's very good.
The -4, man.
Another 200.
What?
Did SF just donate another 200?
That's the same one, I think. It's the same one, I'm pretty sure.
I'm about to say. But yeah, do the eval judges have any thoughts on that?
I would just echo what you guys already all said. It's awesome to see Alex sort of glow up in this contest. Yeah, if I had any points of improvement, maybe try focusing a little bit more on sort of your musicality next time around. I think that would be a place where you could pretty much improve by a lot with not a lot of extra effort.
Totally.
Yep.
Without further ado, let's keep going. Next up, we've got Tylor McCallumore of Team Duncan. He's using the Orbital GTX.
Ready?
Yes, you be the most, and yes, I be respecting whatever that you tell me, cause it's game you be spitting. In my drum like I'm day. I like the dirty rhythm you play. I wanna hear you calling my name like, hey mama, hey mama. Banging the drum like I'm day. I know you want it in the worst way. I wanna hear you calling my name like, hey mama.
So good.
He looks so psyched that he hit that. That was crazy.
Man, what? I think he also got all 4 bonuses with that one too. Flawless, no hook, jump, and 1 throw.
He definitely got all 4 bonuses.
Yeah. Tylor had one of the standout routines from last time because he did, I don't know if he did all of the bonuses or maybe 3 of the 4, but he just had a crazy freestyle then.
Yeah.
I think he had an even crazier freestyle now. It seems like he stepped up the risk even more. I noticed he did at least 3 or 4 really tough suicides.
And the 2 yanked whips at the very end, like so
many hard-hitting points in that freestyle.
Just like his last, I think V3 seemed a lot more choreographed, if anything. Just this one, like, just harder tricks.
Yeah. It's definitely a trade-off, but I think it will pay off here, yeah.
Yeah, all around is like super solid routine from all sides, I think. Clicking perspective as well as from the eval side. If I had any feedback to give, it's actually that I feel like knowing Tylor, he even has even more risky tricks to put in.
Oh, actually, you're right.
so I would like to see those next time.
Because I thought about it,
and
like
also more complex tricks.
That's true.
That's true.
Too balanced.
That is true.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I almost think he had a few too many kind of like all-out big tricks, and if he had like subbed in one more like really technical combo, that could have helped him a little bit.
It's a very interesting take. I didn't think of that.
I'd say so.
Totally. What a wild freestyle, honestly.
Yeah, seriously.
Love it.
It's so bold too. He started with the Zontal and just used the grind to bring it back.
Yeah, it's a great strategy, honestly.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We got switch to flame. Why is Ebe saying flame at scales?
Oh, is it because of the yo?
Oh, Hunter is now using the flame. Okay.
Not the meerkat.
Let me update that.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's the flame gang.
Yeah, it's flame gang.
Hopefully this should be adjusted onto our stream. Oh, you have to do... Or no, I should... It's whatever. That's okay. Okay, just so the chat knows, Hunter's using the flame.
Alright.
So...
Just so you know.
Okay. Our apologies on that. Without further ado, I think we're ready to move on to our next player. Should be.
Mm-hmm.
That player is Hunter Feuerstein of Team Yo-Yo Factory.
Mm-hmm. Everyone ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. When the morning comes and we see what we've become. In the cold light of day, we're a flame in the wind, not the fire that we begun. Every argument, every word we can't take back. Cause with all that has happened, I think that we both know the way that the story ends. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. And when the evening falls and I'm left there with my thoughts and the image of you being with someone else, well, it's eating me up inside. But we ran our course, we pretended we're okay. Now if we jump together, at least we can swim far away from the wreck we made. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. Cause this just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier.
Yes.
Wow.
What a crazy
so impressive.
freestyle.
Oh my god.
Just barely missed the flawless bonus, it seems.
So close.
Mm-hmm.
But Hunter stepped it up, I feel like, even more from
That
the
was-
last time on.
And really, when I thought he couldn't, he did. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very ambitious freestyle on Hunter's part, but he had extremely good control, like impeccable control during that freestyle. Really good pacing and just like even the transitions, like small little transitions, were very clean.
I think his slack control is just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, the way he can, like, I'm so impressed by that behind the back to slap tower trick. Because that's so hard. Like,
Yeah.
I think even though he missed the flawless, I think he did get all three of the other
bonuses.
So that's
Yes, yeah.
He didn't know.
so that's
He
nine
jumped.
9 bonus points right there. Still quite a lot, honestly. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. Like, he definitely stepped up his complexity. I think too. He did a few more tech tricks in there.
Maybe musicality.
Musicality.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anything
I wasn't paying
ventured
attention to
into,
that,
yeah.
obviously, because I was busy with. But
Sorry, go on.
I agree with that.
Did any tech? Sorry, someone wants to say.
Yeah, the musicality and the complexity are the only two on the lower end. The rest are like tremendous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, and like a really amazing zoning too. Like so many like
Yeah, that's
tricks where
true.
he's spinning around and using like every part of the area that he's in. I think that's like a key part of zoning.
Yep.
Yeah, zoning I would argue is his best quality in this freestyle.
Definitely.
Everywhere.
I'm in agreement.
Oh wait, did he not do a jump or did he do a jump?
He did a jump
Great
right
jump.
Oh, okay.
Very beginning. Very
Alright, I
beginning.
was
He did the
confused.
EL hop
Yeah,
jump.
that's what I thought. I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
confused
yeah.
by a comment in the
No.
chat. Okay, so all 9, or not all 9, but 9 bonus points, still quite amazing.
this chat's trying to ship us up, but we're
Yeah.
not. We're not falling for it.
With that being said, let's keep going. Next up, we've got Micah Wingell.
Okay, ready, everyone?
Yep.
Trap, sell, trap, Mac, no Dell, Leave still, tech, no cal. One hand, Odell, slime, snail, water, well, chain, can't melt. Glocks in the mail. We sent oppositions to hell. These they snitches gon' tell. Cause there's no head on my shells. Shells. Mask on my face when we running your place, and we need every combination to the safe. And then if you corroborate, everyone say got a Spanish. And she love giving me face. I say little. Do you like how they? She said uno dos tres cuatro cinco and say trying to figure out how I'm gonna get on my deal. I'm a bad boy, I'm reverend. I feel like I'm Mace. You with me, but she got me by 8. Cause you know Lil Uzi do not walk with no cake. Don't ride no bait, but my they aches and we walk with bananas that bust at your grate. Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Ocean gon' lay on my neck, little bitch. It's not a lake. The slowest car I got is probably a Hellcat, and if you wanna do it, we probably can race. And if you gon' hate, then hate. Don't let me little you is bait. Don't wanna talk, no, I don't want debate. Bro, for the bridges like Rock the straight. I made $1 million right there on a Sunday. Woke up, I made $2 million on a Monday. You was my son, you will be me a one day. I am too humble, but that's my fun sway. Shells.
All right.
Lovely freestyle.
Probably my favorite jump trick of the contest so far, the yo jump trick.
The yo.
Yeah, it spells like yo.
The yo picture trick.
The yo picture
I love
trick.
the fact that he jumped first and realized it was spelled wrong in turn. That's when I lost it.
But yeah, pretty good freestyle from Micah.
Yeah, so I think this is Micah's 3rd time in the finals for Skills Open, and I think from the past, normally he kind of makes it like, not to say on accident, but he's surprised to make finals from what I've
He
like,
surprises
heard from
himself.
Yeah, and I think this time he actually did like a much better job than the first two at like, you know, thinking about all the evaluation categories. He had excellent musicality as well.
He did.
Clearly tell. You know, shout out to Shells. And I think he also got all 4 of the bonuses with that being said too.
Minus 3 across
I think we might need to deliberate on the flawless bonus just because of the very end.
Oh,
right, yeah, okay.
And he missed the bind like right after the freestyle end, or right after he did the jump.
So he missed the bind.
He missed the bind after the jump.
We can review.
We will review.
Okay, so we'll
good
be
note.
reviewing
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah, so 9 bonus points, perhaps 10. Overall, really solid. I think the evaluations will carry Micah a bit here.
Yeah, the music use was good despite being interesting.
I would say the zoning was maybe one of the more lacking categories, just given that he had, I feel like, pretty generally good evals.
Yeah, definitely agree on that one.
Totally. Let's keep going. Next up, we've got Matous Tomes of Team Yo-Yo Factory. He is using the Monster Edge.
Okay, ready everyone?
Choose
switch it up like that. Switch it up, speaker box blast, 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 blast. Switch it up like that. Switch it up, speaker box blast. Go, 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 go. We about to go.
Like stop. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Great performance from Matous there. That was so cool.
Barely missed the flawless bonus. I think he got the no hook bonus though. Pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he got the jumper one throw though, so it looks like we're just going to give him no hook bonus for that. That's 2 points. Overall, really solid. I think Matous has a really, really good trick style, especially for the zoning category. A lot of like bouncy elements involve his arm, and really, really solid horizontal too.
Yeah, it was very well constructed with the song as well. It's like a true freestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did kind of get the feeling that I was watching like a freestyle on stage.
I was about to say, there's just something about the Slushny vibe that brings about that feel.
Really great zoning too, I thought, if that hasn't been mentioned.
Yeah, and pretty underrated thing that he did when he looked at the camera while doing
front style.
Front style, I think that actually might help his wrist.
True.
Oh.
It makes the trick like way harder.
That's a good point.
The eval judges with like the very interesting. Yeah.
Also, really good variants. I thought so, at least.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely.
Super solid freestyle overall. We're down to our last 7 competitors in the pro finals. Next up, we've got Luke Trautwein, member of Team Good Life. He's using the Breeze.
Okay, ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news, that's new news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it, more action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me, I see prayed up, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. They freeze get dropped like weight. Team love don't want no hate. I'm grinding, I'm shining, up, I'm on my way. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chilling, I'm winning, like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me, I see prayed up, nothing I'm afraid of, and I can have it all.
Really great freestyle from Luke.
Wow. He broke like.
So what did Luke get in the last contest? He
got 7th in Volume 3.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I think in Volume 1 he got 2nd. Volume 1 he got 3rd. Volume 2 he got 2nd, I think.
Yeah, and I think he dropped off in Volume 3 because of
the
shift and not focusing on performance and stuff. And I think he really stepped it up here in terms of focusing on performance and bonuses and all this stuff. It was so impressive.
Yeah,
nice upbeat song.
Yeah,
he got the flawless bonus and also the jump bonus. So that's going to be 4 bonus points.
Yeah, he is so good. Like technically, he's just such a good yo-yoer.
As you can see, he's in first place now with a 50 tech score.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that glove trout is the next evolution of trout.
I know, I
First
saw
there was
that,
no
and I was
hat.
like, what?
Now there's a glove. What is going on?
Glove trout.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the few people who really benefits from not taking advantage of the no hook bonus.
Yes. Yeah. He's one of the few people that really,
Yeah, oh my gosh. I just want to say something about the freestyle because that was like maybe one of my favorite Luke freestyles that I've seen. I think he did such a good job sort of leveling up in all like the eval category while also sort of keeping his game like really efficient style. So
That's
amazing.
I
know. I thought about it really hard.
I thought about your word choice.
Yeah, so awesome, really.
Yeah, great song choice from Luke there. Got us hyped up.
Yeah. I also like that he added a bit of complexity too. I noticed that
He
he had
did.
some more technical stuff in there. That was pretty nice.
He was breaking out of his
He also
comfort zone
didn't go
quite
for the
early.
one throw either, and right? He didn't go for one throw.
No, he did not.
Yeah, and I think that it benefited him in a way. He was able to like.
Compensate
He took advantage of the fact that he wasn't going for one throw and just like had very efficient and like strong throws that like really capitalize on getting the most clicks as possible.
I know.
Luke throws so hard, like.
Yep.
All right.
So good, really. Next up, we've got Toru Miyazaki, member of Team Yo-Yo Recreation. He's using the Inevitable.
Okay, ready, everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hold on, just 1 second.
Volume okay?
Yeah. Wow, that was
so amazing, honestly. Toru got the flawless, the one throw, and the no hook. Does he do a 2.5 hook?
I don't think he did a 2.5 hook.
I saw. Okay. Eval judges, can we confirm?
Was it one throw?
Yeah.
It was definitely one throw.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't breathe. That's why.
Yeah. So I don't think I saw a hook in there either. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
We're gonna go with flawless, no hook, and one throw bonus. That's gonna be 7 bonus points.
Amazing.
Toru's an amazing player,
Oh.
as a lot of you may know. He has a really good blend of rareness, zoning, complexity, and risk, as you can see throughout all of his tricks. And with that being said, great variance too, really. He has a lot of really, really high energy banger tricks. Like I think he did 2 neck tricks that were super difficult. A lot of really unique arm binds too. I do think one interesting part that he may be suffering in with the one throw aspect is that he doesn't do a front style combo in his freestyles really.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a front style split bottom combo, which pretty much mostly every other competitor has. So when he was doing regens to front style elements, he was kind of like wasting a few seconds. For the tricks
he did like a 1 second front style, I remember. But yeah, definitely the highlight of that freestyle was like having bangers that like score multiple point elements in a row while being unique, while being complex, and having good zoning. It's like just a very very good way to go about this contest. Yeah, very impressive.
from an eval perspective, that's like a near perfect freestyle. I think the only place he kind of compromises is variants, and even there, it's still pretty good.
I would imagine that the musicality as well is kind of above average, like average, above average.
Was pretty good. I thought the musicality was the only lacking part. Everything else was
it's kind of slopped down.
Go ahead, Remy.
I kind of thought the musicality was a little less cue based, like not about hitting whips on cues, but more about
going with the flow of
combos generally, like queuing up to the music.
I agree with Remy on that.
So right now in the sorted tech results, Toru seems to be in 5th place, which is really amazing considering the fact that he pretty much does a full trick set of his own tricks.
Oh, 100%.
He doesn't really do any of the common meta, as you may know, elements. No front style, no rail combo, no sort of like horizontal combo, no behind the back either. It's interesting that it's not interesting, it's just like, it's great he's able to score so much through having his own trick set.
Right, like, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he does after the full results are compiled.
Absolutely. Next up, we've got Matthew Poon.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
In this context, there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose our inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's pulling me out. You wouldn't believe how we wow shit out. We burn it till it's burned out, turn it till it's turned out. Act up from northwest, east side. Everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah. Lose control of body and soul. Don't move too fast, people just take it slow. Don't get ahead, just jump into it. Y'all hear about it? The P's will do it. Get started, get stupid. Don't worry about it, people will walk you through it step by step like an infant new kid. Inch by inch with a new solution. Transmit hits with no delusion. The feeling's irresistible and that's how we move it. Yo, everybody, let's get into it. Get stupid, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah. Running. Come on, y'all. Let's get
Okay. Amazing tricks from Matt Poon, as always.
Such good tricks.
Another competitor who definitely benefits from this kind of format, so I'm really glad to see him competing in this competition. Such hard tricks.
Really, really good zoning, especially. It seems like he missed the flawless bonus, but he will get the no hook and the jump bonus. Did he do one throw?
I think he did one throw. He was trying to go for regens,
Yep, so that's going to be 9 bonus points.
Yeah, it just felt like it was lacking, construction for me. It's almost like he just put random things together, but considering everything, the tricks were still so good.
I do agree with that. I think although he did score very well already as it is, his score could probably go even higher if he constructed his tricks in a way that were linked closer together.
Good point.
Yeah.
Really good. Eval judges got any critique?
Yeah, it just seemed like a little bit thrown together, but like some of the tricks that I saw in there were like some of the best tricks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And the evals were very good, other than usually like it's just the music that a lot of people don't really put together as much.
Yeah, I find that a lot of the freestyles in this division are surprisingly have like low musicality.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah.
Just amateur.
Yeah.
I think Matt maybe sacrificed a little bit on the complexity side as well. Despite the fact that he did, a number of like very, very original tricks, it sort of was interesting to to see that, because I think he's one of the few players who sort of falls into that category where maybe his like density is a little bit lower, but still is able to keep really, really original tricks. Definitely.
Yeah. Really good freestyle. Next up, we've got Shuyun Tang, member of Team Unparalleled. He's using the Nostalgia.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Fly to the sky, fly above. ついえぬ夢、燃え上がれ。
Amazing.
What a great freestyle from Shuyun. So with that being said, it seems like he got the flawless bonus, no hook bonus, and the jump bonus.
Yes.
So that's going to be 6 bonus points. Yeah, Shuyun really, really excels in what seems like all of the evaluation categories, from my opinion. I was clicking that freestyle, so I wasn't paying too much attention. But his tricks are extremely dynamic, and with that being said, they're still very complex. Like,
and they're very rare.
Yeah, very rare too. And I think what's nice about his tricks is that it almost seems like if you look at an individual Shuyun trick, the trick itself has some level of variation, because you'll see that he incorporates usually his arm or his neck into like every trick, and especially with a lot of wrist elements in his freestyle, it's very clear that Shuyun uses a lot of zones around his body.
Shuyun's one of my favorite examples of a well balanced player, like that understands how to. I like how he puts certain slack segments into one particular area. Like, okay, all the similar looking slacks that can be variated off each other are in one part. So it's very easy to just kind of follow with. And then he moves on to a next segment that's okay, I'm going to manipulate this entire segment of elements. You don't see a lot of that, which is cool.
Yeah, I think one thing that Shuyun just does extremely well is zoning. Not only that, like, he uses like all the different areas around his body while he's yo-yoing, he's using them like extremely effectively and in like really unique and different ways. And I think that really helps set him apart in that category in particular.
You press this.
Yeah, in my opinion, this was probably one of the best, if not the best, eval freestyle we've seen today. I mean, he's unique. He uses pretty much every zone you can think of, and he's pretty complex and very risky. It's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, between the last 3 freestyles of Shuyun, Matthew Poon, and
Toru.
Was it Toru?
Yeah.
It's like watching yo-yoing from like 2023. It's like these are tricks that I think like eventually most people will start to have to learn to keep up.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
They're all so extremely unique.
Yeah,
all did super well.
The good structure about this, the good thing about this contest is that the structure of it brings out like rarer players and players that are really unique and helps them excel, which is really nice to see.
Alright,
Super good. Down to our last 3 players in the pro finals. So up next we've got Jonathan Sittangang, member of Team Duncan. Okay. He's using the Orbital GTX.
Okay. Ready? Mm-hmm.
秘密が秘密でいられないあなたの笑顔も無意味でしょう逃げ場なんて最初からなかったこうなることを知っていたら地獄をくぐって逃げたでしょう今もそっと溶け出す命とか夢か現実かさえも私に判断できないの黒い超圧を引く両手さえ見えなくて逃げられない内緒の砂漠でそっと踊りましょうもう一回あの日に戻れたら後ろの正面が誰だか頭をかけてよ声が枯れてゆくもう見えない何もかもきっと人肌の疑惑が溢れ出す開けてしまったって気づいたの堂々巡ってる走馬灯あなたが笑って手を引いて連れ出してくれると思ってたさよならしたいと願う時に限って痛いくらいにあなたの顔が浮かぶ知ってるようで知らない何もしどりがおぼつかない
Oh man. What an impressive freestyle.
Love to see it.
Yeah, he really went off for
stepped it
that.
up
That was
this time.
such a difficult freestyle.
Yeah, Jonathan kind of kept what seems like a lot of the traits he had from the last contest, but seemed to step it up from a technical perspective. I also thought he had amazing musicality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is something that he wasn't really great at before and really excelled at in this contest.
I believe he actually had the highest musicality in prelims, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Great change of pace to see, especially in a division where we've been seeing low musicality lately throughout the contest. Yeah, Jonathan is just starting to get so good at this kind of format where you're just doing such hard tricks in a row. And yeah, all that hard work is definitely paying off.
100%.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool because once you keep pushing your boundaries like that, like the harder tricks become more normalized.
I got it. Yeah.
Right. You got it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it seems like Jonathan got the flawless, the no hook, I believe, and the jump bonus. So it's going to be 6 bonus points for him. Really solid.
Okay.
We're down to our last 2 competitors.
Yes, these are the top 2 of the prelim rounds.
Yep.
In reverse order. So.
So up next we've got Daniel Kim, member of Team Unparalleled. He's using the disruption. Judges, are we ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Sweet, let's go.
Ready?
No.
Don't take me down where there's no
Funny and cool freestyle.
That beginning was like, man, what is Daniel doing?
Yeah, it's sad that he didn't qualify for the no hook bonus because he went for a hook. So.
Oh man, dude, one thing I love about DKIM is that he's always true to himself.
Yes, he is true to
so
himself.
So here's the thing, though. He did complete the routine with no hooks because he didn't land the hook.
He didn't go.
So the no hook bonus counts.
I know.
Yeah. So he's gonna get the no hook bonus.
Wow, he really hit us with the hook fakie.
So he got no hook and jump bonuses. So that's gonna be 5 bonus points. Yeah, Daniel just really showed off his just super good style with this. His tricks are super difficult, so it seems like he took his time to kind of just like land things and chill out. And I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable. You can tell he wasn't trying to go for a dub in this contest. Obviously, there were like very obvious things he could optimize on, and but yeah, he really took the opportunity to like show off some really cool tricks of his.
He did,
and that's much appreciated, honestly.
Absolutely.
The horizontal is definitely the highlight for me, which is something that is underrated from him. Yeah, I don't see that often, except for in contests, and it's such a good trick.
His slack deck is one of the best in the game, really. Like, almost everything is like a unique double slack, just like Plader.
Without sandbagging on Volume 5, I think he's got a really good shot to win.
Good point, honestly.
That's true.
Yeah.
Man, it was just so good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He has the potential.
And actually, the beginning increased his musicality. Like, it was like a weird trade-off.
Yeah, it's true. I was thinking about that.
But it also made his musicality way better.
Yeah.
I actually thought his musicality was like extremely good overall, even past that.
There you have it. Down to our last
competitor.
Last freestyle of the night, we've got Connor Seals. He was the winner of the Volume 2 contest. He's back in Volume 4. I'm excited.
Me too.
Let's go.
Alright, ready? Very clean. An amazing freestyle from Connor Seals.
All that. Really solid. I think the biggest thing I would point out is that Connor really like stepped up to complexity for this freestyle, especially in the beginning of the freestyle. He had a lot of technical parts of his tricks. And he clearly leveled up his risk too with a few of those no-look tricks. I also thought his jump was really clever and how he utilized that for his neck trick, because his neck trick he kind of turns around. So him being like with his back face to the camera was pretty unique. I thought that was overall really cool too.
The back to the camera thing was a little bit weird in terms of visibility. I was not a fan of that.
It's almost like a
I was able to make out what he was doing though.
You were able to.
You were, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But I agree with you.
It's just one of those performance things where you just try to avoid turning your whole back to the audience.
Well, you just want visibility.
Yeah, you just want visibility, if anything.
Yeah. So he got the no hook bonus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got the jump bonus. Mm-hmm. Was that one throw?
I don't think so.
I believe so.
Yeah,
it was
one throw.
How do you
cut the gyro into the ball?
Oh,
right,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
that was one throw. Yeah. So with that being said, got 9 bonus points. Missed out on the flawless one, but that's that. That's our final competitor in the pro finals.
Oh man.
What an exhilarating and very exhausting set of freestyles. Every freestyle was so good and breathtaking. Yeah. Yeah, there isn't much to say. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like in awe.
Thank you so much to all of our competitors.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely,
So
it's just
competitive this
wild,
time around.
honestly.
I feel like the freestyle, like the level of the freestyles that were submitted was higher than ever.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of the
Everyone
competitors.
pushed their boundaries for this one, I think.
Yeah, I'm really proud of
best.
I'm really proud of the competitors here. I mean, it's nice to see that we're able to have a cool
that we
freestyle.
can pull up the top, the 30 people, just their tech.
Isn't it up on the screen?
No, I changed it back. But do you want to see it?
I guess Bergie does.
Bergie?
Yeah. I would love to see it.
Okay.
Just before we...
Yeah.
I'm just look. Oops, sorry. Go
So
ahead.
what does the chat think so far of these freestyles? Do you think there might be a shakeup in the
after
little
evals?
panel
What do you guys think?
up here?
Yeah.
It is 50-50.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone sees this before we go to the break and then go off, because this is going to change so drastically.
Absolutely.
I think it will change very drastically.
Oh my god, after the evals come out, like, you'll be...
Yep. Well,
Alright,
so here's what we're going to do. I think we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. At 10:25 EST, we will be back with the amateur division results.
Yes, and once again, thank you for sticking through this with us, watching the stream, super chats, everything involved, despite all of our technical issues and YouTube being crazy.
Yeah.
Once again, shout out to Andre for hosting us from YoYoExpert.
Yeah.
And you guys are real heroes.
Absolutely. So quickly before we go, we're going to do amateur results when we're back, and then go right on to pro results. Yep. Before we go, quick shout out to all of our sponsors. In Tier 1, that is YoYoExpert, Caribou Lodge, Duncan, Yo-Yo Factory, Exotic Throws, and Circle City Yo-Yos, as well as Yo-Yo Recreation. In Tier 2, we've got Unparalleled, MK1, Unspoken, Corco, Good Life, Stardust, PDXyo. And in Tier 3, we've got Zipline Strings. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you
so much to everyone. We'll be
That's
back with the results shortly. Stay tuned.
Till the liquor drips off the walls, I'm off the wall. I party till they flick the switch off. Mr. Ace, the wristwatch set properly following me on this ride till it stops. So try going on, guys, if you like. Spin the guy around, up hands on the mic. Who's gonna get dark? Pick up, man, I'm gonna snap to the right. Original gangster, I mash up the scene. We tell a song why I never ran for weed. When I was a little rude boy, I would blaze the green.
Hello.
What's
We're
up,
back.
everyone? We are back. Our results for both the amateur division and the pro finals are now ready. And, man, I just want to take the time and say thanks again to everyone who watched, who donated, who competed, who told their friends about this contest, and all of our sponsors. This is our biggest contest yet, and it's like honestly just such a great and relieving feeling that we finished this mostly successfully. We had a little like mishap with the copyright block.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can figure it out and get back to Scales Live soon. But anyways, this contest was just really a blast, and thanks to everyone for helping it be that, really.
Yeah, and given the situation, this will probably be one of the few contests this year, so it's really cool to see everyone participate, as well as like everyone from Scales like coming through and running this with us. Yeah.
Without further ado, we're going to get started with our amateur division results. We actually had 38 players in the amateur division. All of you did really well. It was cool to see a lot of new faces as well as some returning people. So without further ado, I'm going to say our top 3 in the amateur division.
From third place to first?
From third to first. In third place, with a final score of 74.5, we've got Jansen Yen.
Jansen Yen had a great first time.
And I think Jansen actually got third last time too, so staying consistent, that's very solid. In second place, with a final score of 79.7, we've got Connor Newman.
Hey, I'm really happy about this one, actually.
Let's go.
Connor was really improved and had such a good freestyle. I'm really happy to see him do well here.
Totally agree with that. Finally, in first place, with a final score of 81.2, we've got David Gonzalez.
Congratulations!
And here we are with our full amateur results. These will also be posted onto our social media later tonight.
Yes, thank you to everyone who competed in the amateur division. Thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch the amateur division.
Yeah, every single one.
It is always like so much fun to watch the new players have like different interesting takes on freestyles and approach things for the first time.
Yeah.
And yeah, David Gonzalez did great. He just popped off.
He
was
did.
like
Absolutely.
Really cool. Yeah, and these results will be online
later tonight.
Shortly. Yeah, but yeah, so many cool freestyles from the amateur division. It's always cool to watch.
Like a lot of people use great music. They were trying to find their own style, so you could see how each player is like developing from one stage to the other. Like it's a great division to watch.
It's interesting to see how the amateur division is starting to have its own like meta in itself, because it is 40-60,
right? And
there is like the skill difference, and like people go about doing like go about this like rather hard system in like interesting ways. There's definitely multiple avenues for success. So it's really cool. And now for the
so I guess that's the whole contest. Thanks everyone for watching.
All right,
thank you. Bye.
Just playing. Now we're moving on to our pro final results here. We had 30 players in the pro finals, 91 in the prelims, 30 moving on to finals. In this results, we'll be announcing the top 5 from 5th to 1st. But before we do that, we actually have a few special awards we wanted to give out to our competitors.
Yes.
With 30 freestyles, it's pretty obvious that not everyone can get a good result. But there were a few people that really, went the extra mile and made their freestyles more enjoying in some way. And we just wanted to recognize them for that.
Yeah, it's good to incentivize people to do some cool freestyles outside of just, checking all the boxes in this really deliberate way, and it's very tedious and hard. That's not what yo-yoing should be about. So there's, definitely other ways that people should be rewarded in yo-yoing.
Absolutely.
And so these awards, the most improved.
Jumpman.
And
we've got Extreme Trick Award.
Yep.
So without further ado, the winner of the most improved award, and this was considered from the course of Volume 3 to Volume 4. We had, I think, 64 competitors in the pro prelims last time, 90 this time. And our pick for the most improved player from V3 to V4 was Alex Salchert.
I think this was kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Every time he went up on the screen, everyone was like, wow, he got so good.
Yeah,
he
every
so
time.
improved.
Yeah.
It was so cool to see. It's so cool to see in like this format that people really just grind at home and just
it's
get
really
better.
It's living proof that you can move up in the ranks in this contest.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, congrats to Alex. You will be winning some prize. We'll contact you later in the week. Next up, our Jumpman Award with prizes supported by Yo-Yo Factory. Thank you, Yo-Yo Factory.
The prizes are
a Scales edition of the Yo-Yo Factory bind and a Scales edition of the Yo-Yo Factory shutter.
With the one of one,
Yep,
called
edition.
Polished.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
shout out to Gentry.
Pretty sick. Thanks to Gentry as well.
And everyone who bought a shutter tonight.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely. So the winner of the Jumpman Award is Micah Wingell.
Yo.
Congrats to Micah.
Yo.
Micah really,
He definitely deserves
really
that
shocks the
every
crowd
way.
with his jump.
His yo picture trick jump.
Really, truly innovating. Spelling words behind his back.
Yeah. And it's yo, like yo-yo.
Yep. You know, you just gotta love it.
Yes.
To be fair, a lot of the people who did jump tricks did not really go for a unique jump trick.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like, and it is a good strategy to not do that because
it's not hard. Yeah.
it does award a lot of points, as you may see.
The
Yeah.
yo was not worth a lot of points, but it was very cool.
And Micah got a prize out of that,
Yeah, he
so
did.
congrats to Micah
Yup.
for that.
Congrats, Micah.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, the winner of our Extreme Trick Award. We think Extreme Trick Award is cool because there's a lot of players who take the time to do some really, really hard
Original
tricks
stuff,
throughout their
yeah.
whole freestyle. And in a contest like this, it's really interesting because there's so many things you got to strategize on. Some things may be more worthwhile to do than others. So we think it's cool to kind of award people who really just go to the extra mile and do all sorts of crazy tricks. With that being said, the winner of the Extreme Trick Award for the Pro Finals was Jakub Plader. Jakub pretty much did a 2-minute with more double slacks than I can count, really.
Yeah.
Crazy
I
variations.
think they got triple slack.
Yeah.
At some point, yeah.
And he even started the freestyle with like 2 or 3 horizontal double slacks.
Yeah,
with
it's
that as
crazy.
well. So just the fact that he was able to hit all of those and maintain good string tension in 2 minutes is really remarkable.
With 0 miss.
Yeah, he really put in the work to not only make those tricks in the first place, but for us to go, yeah, that's not good enough, and for him to like go back into the lab and make those
Yeah.
that
Oh my
perfect.
God, yeah.
It is really impressive. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and he went -0. So.
Yes. Oh yeah, I saw that and I almost cried. I was like, deep
Some
in
of the
my seat.
hardest tricks you've ever seen in this yo-yo life, and it was no miss.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
For real.
that's all the special
So-
prizes that we have. So there's only one thing left, right?
Yep, and that's the pro final results. This time we will be announcing the top 5 as top 5 all gets cash prizes. So we're going to go with 5th place first, not first place first.
Fifth.
So with that being
Okay.
said, in 5th place with a final score of 91.3, we've got Hunter Feuerstein.
Hunter!
Yeah.
Let's go!
Hunter placed 2nd in the last contest, and this contest he came back with even harder tricks, and for him to be able to stay this high in the rankings is really impressive. in my
Very
opinion.
impressive.
Yeah.
And you all will see here these scores are very close too.
Yes.
Like, probably the closest scores we've ever had.
Perhaps,
very.
yeah. In 4th place, with a final score of 92.3, we've got Jonathan Sittangang.
Jonathan!
Jonathan also popping off and just
Yeah,
doing an
fourth base.
insane
Oh my.
freestyle.
Jonathan placed 3rd in the last contest, so again, for him to be able to stay this high up in the ranks is not an easy feat. Thank you, Jonathan. You did a great freestyle. Congratulations.
Congrats.
So
3rd
now,
place, with a final score of 92.5, we've got Shuyun Tang.
3rd place. Shuyun!
Easy.
Yeah, so this is actually Shuyun's first time competing in the Skills Open online contest.
Yeah.
And he definitely approached it really well, given these results. 3rd place is no easy feat.
No.
So congrats to Shuyun.
Solid 3rd place.
Down to our top 2 finishers.
Top 2. This is the one.
So we saw the results obviously beforehand, and it's quite a shocker. This was such an interesting contest for people to, I'm just delaying here for the chat. But yeah, no, but it is cool to see that all the top 5 has different approaches to the contest, and everyone's scoring
no
still very
question.
close.
It was great.
Wow.
It just goes to show there's multiple ways to do well.
But
Yeah.
So
you ready?
Yep. In
All
2nd
right.
place, with a
Second
final
place.
score of 92.85, we've got Toru Miyazaki.
Toru Miyazaki killed
Yeah,
it.
and similarly to Shuyun, this is his first time competing in Scales Open.
Yes.
And honestly, I think we spend a bit of time talking about how like a lot of this contest is like competing in it before and getting used to the rule system. But both Shuyun and Toru came out the gate and did great freestyles and really used the system to their advantage.
2nd and 3rd right off
just
the bat.
super impressive. Congrats to Toru. I think our only Japanese competitor in this contest as well. So really awesome.
Yeah.
That leaves one person left. The winner of Scales Open, Volume 4. with a final score of 94.8, winning by a little under 2 points. We've got Connor Seals.
Yeah.
Congrats to Connor.
His second Scales Open contest.
Second dub.
Multi-time Scales Open winner.
Indeed.
Congrats to Connor. Crazy freestyle.
Yeah. It's funny, in both Connor's prelim and final, he just didn't really do a super clean freestyle compared to all the competitors.
Not at all.
Connor missed out on the flawless bonus in the finals, but he still won.
Yeah,
which
very
is
surprising.
really surprising, and it kind of shows, given the bonuses, you don't really have to go through with all of them in order to do well. It really depends on your perspective.
Yeah, well, the interesting strategy about this competition was that the flawless was only 1, while other bonuses were 3 and 4. So you have to think about it strategically. It is very interesting. And I think it played out in the way that we constructed it, and that's very cool to see.
Yep.
And so here are the final results. Are we ready to reveal them?
And speaking of prelims, this is the 4th time the prelim champion has became the final.
That's true.
Oh yeah, true. 4
Very
for 4.
true.
4
It's been
for 4.
quite a while.
100% success rate.
Yeah.
So
here are the results.
So one very obvious thing to know is that Connor won by about 2 points, and Toru did not have the jump bonus that is worth 3
points.
Yeah.
So
if Toru just jumped over the string just once, it could have been a different story. But
either way,
we really could have.
Yeah, we're very proud of all the competitors here, and
Yeah.
it went down in a very interesting fashion.
A few other notes. We see Luke Trautwein in 8th place with a 50 tech score. Pretty nuts, but that just goes to show how much the evals impacts the scores in this contest. Another comment I wanted to make is that I mentioned this after Toru's freestyle, but Toru got second with a full unique trick set.
Yep.
He also made finals with a full unique trick set.
Yeah.
I hope that all of the competitors in this contest who may feel kind of like upset or not so happy about their result takes that as some advice to show that you can really exceed in competition in any way that you put your mind to.
That is true.
Yeah.
You find your own niche and you work
find
with
your
it.
own way of making tricks. Do whatever you'd like, but Toru kind of shows that you really can do well with your own tricks, and that's super impressive.
And as we've iterated multiple times, I mean, the point of this contest isn't to show who's the most like a vending machine. It's to show like who can yo-yo the best.
It's
in
not
different
about.
ways.
It's not all about the clicks. The clicks make 50% of
all the
score.
top 5 have such a different distribution and a different way that they approach the contest. So it is really cool to see, and it's cool to like shake things up in the yo-yo world.
Also,
so much fun.
shout out to Aidan for the unanimous 10.
That's epic.
The only 10, and then also a unanimous 10 in complexity as well, which got half to 5. So.
Oh yeah, true.
There you have it. Was that the only 5 too?
It
seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
How's the chat feeling about this? This is pretty exciting. I'm so happy that we're able to get this done and working, and it's been quite a journey to get to this point. These two had to travel through the trenches to get here.
Absolutely.
We made it
safely, and
we've been washing our hands and sanitizing. Don't worry, trust us.
Yeah, everything has been under good precautions. So.
Man, once again, just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for everyone for supporting this contest.
Again.
And thanks to Colin, who really put in a lot of the work in terms of organizing this contest. Colin is the mastermind behind this contest.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, shout out YoYoExpert for helping us using their platform and on the final clutch moment of today.
Andre, time after time again, proving he's the GOAT.
Come on.
About 2 hours ago, I was calling Andre crying, and he just picked me up and put me back where I'm supposed to be. Again. So, shout out to YoYoExpert.
Thank you,
as
everyone.
always, coming through.
Final shout out to all of our sponsors here.
Yep.
We've got in Tier 1, YoYoExpert, Caribou Lodge, Duncan, Yo-Yo Factory, Exotic Throws, Circle City, and Yo-Yo Recreation.
Yep.
Tier 2, we've got Unparalleled, MK1, Unspoken, Corco, Good Life, Stardust, and PDXyo. And in Tier 3, we've got Zipline Strings. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone, for
Stay
tuning
safe,
in.
stay clean, and keep on yoing.
Peace.
Yeah.